Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff in the Lego room. The first thing that we're going to be working on is the cliff edges here in the Winter Village 2.0. The cliff edges do a pretty good job of blending in the new raised platform. And we're going to build those using pretty much all of these parts right down here. Let's get started. So at this point in my Lego career, I've definitely built lots of different cliff edges, mountains, stuff like that. And I always like using the rectangular rock panels as my base. I just think they're cost effective, come together pretty quickly, and create a pretty good looking base for a mountain or cliff edge. And just like that, I finished the base construction for our cliff edge, just using some of those rectangular rock pieces. Looks pretty good, but obviously we've got to up the detail by adding slopes, snow, some plant life, stuff like that. But hey, it does a pretty good job of blending in that platform. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually blend in these corners here, because you can see it's just rectangular, so I've got to just use some slopes and bricks and stuff like that just to make that a little bit better. So obviously creating our foundation for the rock base, it doesn't take very long. You just need some 2x2 bricks, 2x4 bricks, those rectangular rock pieces, and it's overall pretty cost effective, but this is where the sort of cost goes up and also the time allocation goes up too. You got to spend lots of time detailing the rock work because you put like hundreds of different slopes and inverted slopes on these rock panels to sort of give them a nice texture and stuff like that. And then the last thing that I do when I have all the rock panels covered in slopes and stuff like that, and we'll be doing that later on, is adding more details such as like little bushes, waterfalls, snow in this case, etc. I always like doing that stuff last because that is the top layer of the rock or mountain. One smashed lightsaber, thousands of slopes, and hours later, I'm now done the base construction for our rock work. Yes, it looks good. It definitely needs some snow though. So I've got to add a bunch of white slopes and a bunch of white miscellaneous pieces to add that snow detail. And I just backed into that, so that's good. I've got parts and stuff absolutely everywhere. You know what? I'm still contemplating whether or not I'm going to add the Temple of Celebrations to our Winter Village. So I intended on working on some other stuff today in this video, including the Lego City, but now I'm getting pretty addicted to this cliff edge here. Oof, Winter Village is getting there. A lot of people have been telling me to get rid of the road. They say just to do sidewalk or some sort of cobblestone path up here. I could get rid of the road, but then where's my fire truck going to go for the fire station? I would like to make some sort of cobblestone road. I've actually seen some really cool ones that are built using slopes. Essentially what you do is you create a border and then you just lay slopes in there loose. Probably jam some different sizes and stuff in there, but essentially creates this cobblestone looking pathway or road. You see that? That looks pretty good. And I think that would match the vibe of the Winter Village. I'd probably put like white plate underneath it or something, and then you'd see the white popping through as if there's like snow in the cracks of the road. But I could build something like that. It would obviously take a ton of slopes to do a huge road like that all the way along. I'd probably have enough of the 1x2 slopes to do it. I don't think we'd be able to add the white plate underneath because that would raise everything up a plate, including those bordering bricks. And those bordering bricks line up with the yellow bricks that I use for mills. So I would be able to have like snow come over top like that if I did the border, and it would look super good. So I'm going to think about that, and while I think about that, I'm going to hang out upstairs and we're going to build this Christmas tree right here. Brought everything upstairs, got the time lapse going. Jose's building the Christmas tree, and I think I've made a decision on my road. What decision is that, Dad? First things first, got to get rid of all this road here. The next thing I did is tack down my train track. I know, looks like there's an awful lot of gray right now, but that'll change in the future. Don't worry about it. Now I realize I have a problem. This is green, this is light gray. Oh, what am I going to do? I don't have any 32x32 light gray base plates right now. Well, I've got a dark gray one right there, but that really doesn't help me. I know I have some sort of light gray one somewhere here in the city. Just maybe I can get away with doing a hybrid road if I put the fire station right there. Does that make sense? Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that 32x32 gray base plate, and I don't think I want to cut up a 48x48 gray base plate. And once again, I don't think I want to put the layer of plate underneath because once again, that's going to raise up the slopes and it sort of won't match up with the other mills plates. So what I've done is ran a row of gray brick right there, and then I left 12 studs open in the center here for our slope road. So I've got lots of 1x2 slopes, but I don't really want to use all of my other ones because I have limited amounts of those. But this is where the fun begins. Just sort of dump them all in there and then make sure they're all flat and on their sides and sort of molded together. Let's see how that turns out. There we go. That's road level 3000. Love it. And you know what? Didn't take all the slopes. Still got lots remaining there. Probably wondering why I've got a road plate there. That's because this right here is going to be where our truss bridge starts leaving the Winter Village. And same with on this side here. I'm going to have to find that gray base plate. I know I've got one somewhere. Now I just got to go through and see if there's any more spaces I can wiggle some more pieces into, like right there. There we go. The next thing I started working on was the sidewalk on the edge of the road there. Now, I don't know what I want to do for the top of that sidewalk. I have a lot of gray tiles and 2x2, of course, right? I have a lot of gray tiles that are 1x1 circulars, and then I have a lot of 2x2 dark tan tiles. I don't know if there's something I can do with the combination of those three. I sort of want to get away from this in the Winter Village. I want it to look a little bit different. I think I'm a fan of this design here. Just so you know, I can't do any more time-lapse because Jose's still working on that Christmas tree. Got the sidewalk all finished off there. Looking pretty good. I like that design. Also, I managed to find all the white plate that I need to finish off the Mills plates that actually host the sets. So that's good. I was scrounging through my unsorted Lego bins. Obviously, we're going to be adding a lot more detail up top there. We need to add just details, really. And down here as well. Just sort of one thing at a time here. And the next thing I'm going to do is add some more snow detailing to the edge of our road there. There we go, everybody. It's looking pretty good now. I can't wait to add that Christmas tree. Also, I can't wait to add more snow detail and all the detail down here. I think that's where the fun is going to be, you know, like just all the different things that we can do with the sets and the Christmas trees and the minifigures and everything like that. But this road definitely takes it to a whole new level, and I like the snow detailing. I'm going to have to add some snow detailing to the cliff edge as well, like I've been mentioning, also to the train track. But let's go see if that Christmas tree is ready to go. The tree's acquired, everybody. Babies are sleeping. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. You know what? When I originally said we were going to do lots of stuff in this Lego room update, I thought I was going to start building the Venetian houses. This Christmas tree was actually pretty big, like it was over 700 pieces. And the base of it is really nice. It's got a bunch of different tiles on it, and it's got the rounded corners, and it's 16x16 studs, so it's pretty much a quarter base plate. So as you can imagine, this Christmas tree becomes pretty tall. Jose built the entire thing. She really wanted to build this, so she was building it upstairs while she was taking care of the twins. It took her a little bit longer than anticipated. The build's pretty repetitious with plates, but the end result looks pretty fantastic, and it's actually a decent size as well. But despite not being able to work on the Venetian houses, we sure got lots done right here, didn't we? I'm addicted to working on the Winter Village. I don't know why. I just sort of like the look of it. Originally, I thought I was only going to do the cliff edges, and then I was going to transition to other stuff. But then I did the road and the sidewalk and this Christmas tree, which I think is pretty awesome. It's tall. Look at that. Also, it's a 16x16 base plate that has lots of nice tile detail. The build of it was repetitive, according to Jose, like I said in the time lapse there, but it's cool. It like sort of tapers upward, and there's all sorts of detail, like the ornaments, the hearts, the stars, the flowers, stuff like that. There is a large Technic axle that runs through it. You can see it right there, and it's just like separate chunks. So that's pretty cool. Overall, I mean, it looks like a pretty repetitive build to me. But I mean, it's fantastic. I think it's the best Christmas tree that we've ever got from Lego. You can build it like this here in a large form. And then there's actually an alternate build, which is 2 smaller Christmas trees. That's where I leave our video here today. I think the Winter Village is coming along quite nicely. Love the slope road, the sidewalk, the cliff edges. Can't wait to add more details, such as snow and all that stuff there. And minifigures, yeah, that's where it's going to be at. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Have yourselves a great day, and we'll see you soon. Farewell.